No rising column marks the spot where many a victim lies, with all the blood which here has streamed to heaven for justice cries. It claims it on the oppressor's head, who joys in human woe, who drinks the tears of misery shed, and mocks them as they flow. It claims it on the callous judge, whose hands in blood are dyed, who arms injustice with the sword and balance throws aside. It claims it for its ruined isle, for wretched children's grave, where withered freedom droops his head, and man exists a slave. O sacred justice, free this land from tyranny abhorred, resume thy balance and thy seat, resume with sheath thy sword. No retribution should we seek, too long has horror reigned. By mercy marked may freedom rise, by cruelty unstained. Nor shall the tyrant's ashes mix with those are martyred dead. This is the place where Aaron's sons in Aaron's cause have bled. And those who here are laid to rest, O hallowed be their name, their memory are forever blessed, consigned to endless fame. Unconsecrated is this ground, unblessed by holy hands. No bell here tolls its solemn sound, no monument here stands. But here the patriot tears are shed, the poor man's blessing given. These consecrate the virtuous dead, these waft their fame to heaven. They are the words of a poem that were written by Robert Emmet when he stood in Arba Hill over the graves of the martyred patriot volunteers of 1798. Little did he know when he wrote those words that he himself would be martyred at this very spot, at St. Catherine's Church in Thomas Street, in front of tens of thousands of people. It's hard to understand how English authority could have chosen a spot as sacred as this to execute a man so noble, so brave, courageous and patriotic as Robert Emmet. It's hard to understand that a house of God would be chosen by those who ruled our country. Robert Emmet was one of the most inspirational patriotic figures of the 18th and 19th centuries. He inspired generations of Irish people, including Bobby Sands. Bobby Sands must have read, I am sure he did, the life of Robert Emmet. He exemplified his character. He was born in 1954. Robert Emmet was born in 1778. They were generations apart, but both men fought for the ideals of a free, independent Republic of Ireland. When Bobby Sands sat in prison and wrote Back Home in Derry, he chose to write these words of the followers of Robert Emmet, the poor of Ireland, the poor of Dublin, who followed indeed his inspiration into battle. I have but a few words more to say. I am going to my cold and silent grave. My lamp of life is nearly extinguished. I have parted with everything that was dear to me in this life for my country's cause. With the idol of my soul, the object of my affections, my race is run, and the grave opens to receive me, and I sink into its bosom. I have but one request to make at my departure from this world. It is the charity of silence. Let no man write my epitaph, for as no man knows my motives, dare now vindicate them. Let not prejudice or ignorance asperse them. Let them rest in the obscurity and peace. Let my memory be left to oblivion and my tomb remain uninscribed until other times and other men shall do justice to my character. when my country takes its place among the nations of the earth, then, and not till then, let my epitaph be written. I have done. The words of Robert Emmet, how touching and how moving. Robert Emmet, like so many of the patriotic figures, like Bobby Sands, loved their country more than their lives. We remember them in song, we remember them in poem, and we'll always remember them as great Irishmen who wanted to rid this country of the tyranny and oppression that it suffered for so many generations.